Welcome to Silverton, sitting high at an elevation of 9,317 feet, tucked deep within a narrow valley only accessible through the sharp turns of US Highway 550. There are no big box supermarkets here, no strong cell signals, just a small town store stocked with essentials, solar panels lighting up the night, and a steady flow of pure mountain water that never runs dry. In this quiet town of just over 700 residents, neighbors get through the long winters by sharing firewood and stories on the town square. This is a real stronghold hidden between the granite walls of the San Juan Mountains, a place that turns its back on convenience, choosing a life that's raw, challenging, and deeply connected to the land. Today, we take you inside the isolation of Silverton, an off-grid mountain town built for the adventurous soul. After passing the faint whistle of a train echoing through the canyon, the journey continues along the 40-mile stretch of US 550, connecting Ouray to Silverton. This is where the million-dollar highway reveals its true face. Hairpin curves winding above canyons hundreds of feet deep, sheer granite cliffs with no guardrails, and scenic views so breathtaking they'll stop you mid-sentence. In winter, often starting as early as October, this highway can disappear under 12 inches, 30 centimeters of snow during a single storm. At Red Mountain Pass, the highest point on the route, road closures happen frequently after heavy snowfall. These closures can last for days or even weeks, turning this road into a sealed gate to the outside world. The numbers are sobering, around 40 accidents every year, with an average of 7 fatalities, all due to slick pavement, limited visibility, and sudden rock slides. But to the people of Silverton, this isn't just a dangerous road. It's a lifeline, the only way in or out of their off-grid paradise beyond the San Juan walls. Are you brave enough to cross it? Will this mountain highway awaken your spirit of adventure, or will it make you turn back? Once you make that final turn on US 550, the true fortress of Silverton finally reveals itself. Towering rock walls that make this tiny town feel like a hidden chamber sealed within the mountains. To the north stands Uncompahgre Peak, its granite chin piercing the sky at over 14,000 feet, dominating the horizon like a guardian unwilling to let Silverton go. On many mornings, fog dances along its slopes, adding an eerie, almost mythical feel, as if each climber is passing through a gateway to another world. Sweep your gaze south, and you'll spot Twilight Peak rising to 13,000 feet, just 11 miles away. Its jagged rock face and layers of ancient lava make it look like a stone barrier, shielding the town from the creeping cold. Out west, the silhouette of Golden Horn, standing at 13,780 feet, towers like a watchtower carved in stone. Its nearly vertical drop, plunging thousands of feet, gives it the look of a giant hammer guarding the city far below. Together with Sultan Mountain and Kendall Peak, these stone pillars of the San Juan Range form a natural fortress, granite ramparts that demand your respect. They're not just scenic backdrops. They are living guardians, silently reminding every visitor that only those ready to face the wild deserve to set foot in Silverton. Once you cross the granite gates of the San Juans, life in Silverton feels like it's truly stepped away from modern civilization. There's no Walmart here, just Silverton Grocery and Deli, the only general store in town, run by the Watson family since 1989. For more than 700 year-round residents, this humble shop is the main source of essential supplies. Cell service? Practically non-existent. Internet? Slow and unreliable. Many locals turn to ham radios or gather near public hotspots in the town square just to check their emails. To keep the lights on, Silverton partnered with San Miguel Power Association to build a solar-powered microgrid. And when the snowpocalypse blocked roads and shut down public utilities, this community still had heat and light. Solar panels on town hall rooftops and homes feed into large battery banks, creating a small but mighty shield of comfort at the edge of the world. But the most vital source of life? It flows down from the peaks of the San Juan Mountains, pure mountain water, fresh, cold, and constant. Silverton is home to just 768 people, scattered across a narrow valley and encircled by the granite walls of the San Juan Mountains. Among them are descendants of miners who inherited a survivalist spirit, digital nomads chasing cool air and deep focus, and snow scientists from the Center for Snow and Avalanche Studies, quietly tracking snowfall and avalanche risk from mountaintop stations. Life off-grid here was put to the test during the snowpocalypse of February 2023, a massive whiteout that shut down US 550 and knocked out electricity for 8 hours. In response, the community teamed up with San Miguel Power Association to install a solar microgrid, keeping lights on through the storm and keeping shelves stocked at the only grocery store in town. As cell towers went dark, ham radios carried the news, and when the roads vanished under the snow, snowmobile convoys delivered firewood and food to the town's most isolated homes. Across the San Juans, beneath the thick clouds that often cling to the peaks, lie the skeletal remains of a different era: abandoned mines, rusted headframes, and collapsed tunnels that once sucked in cold air and churned out streams of silver and gold. According to the Abandoned Mine Land Inventory Project by the Colorado Geological Survey, over 24,000 mine shafts were abandoned across Colorado before environmental laws tightened in the 1970s. Hundreds of those holes are hidden around Silverton and along the Alpine Loop. Some of these sites hold dark stories. In September 2015, the Gold King mine unleashed 3 million gallons of acidic wastewater into the Animas River, forcing the EPA to declare it a Superfund site as orange sludge floated for hundreds of miles downstream. But for off-grid locals in Silverton, these ruins offer more than cautionary tales. They're living history. Locals lead mine tours, guiding visitors through old adits sealed by time. Meanwhile, salvaged timber from collapsing headframes finds new life as firewood for winter. The names of mining legends still echo here. Sunnyside Mine, once a titan pumping out millions of tons of ore, and Eureka Gulch, where steam engines once roared across the canyon. These were the symbols of ambition, struggle, and greed that shaped the edge of the civilized frontier. Today, in the shadow of moss-covered ruins and rusted dreams, Silverton doesn't just survive. It revives its mining legacy with every footstep taken by those who dare to explore beyond the grid. Around Silverton Mountain, ski lovers won't find luxury lodges or manicured trails. Instead, they'll discover untouched powder, extreme backcountry terrain, and a single lift opening access to 1,819 acres of raw skiing. Beyond that, over 22,000 acres of wild terrain await, reached only by helicopter or pure foot power. Even the names of the runs demand respect: Rope de Dope, Grande, Billboard, and the most daring of all, Rocky 4. This line drops 3,000 feet over a 45 to 50 degree slope, challenging every nerve and muscle. This is no place for casual tourists. And if you think the helicopter ride is for show, think again. Here, it simply drops you at the top. The descent? That's all you. If you're not into heli skiing, there's Silverton Powder Cats, snow cats that climb up to 12,500 feet, dropping skiers at steep chutes, high bowls, and rugged alpine peaks. But don't mistake this for an amusement park. There are no fences, no warning signs, just nature and your judgment. For those not chasing an adrenaline rush, Silverton offers quieter challenges, and sometimes the silence here is louder than any thrill. Try the 3.5-mile trek up to Opus Hut, gaining 1,600 feet in elevation through snowy switchbacks and pine forest solitude. Silverton is not for everyone, but for those who arrive prepared, with courage, humility, and deep respect for the mountains, this place delivers an experience beyond measure. The only question left is, are you ready? Because in Silverton, the only way out is alive, and the only person who can guarantee that is you. In a world that's grown instant, where everything arrives with a click, a swipe, or a tap, there's still one place that refuses to be rushed. Not because it's closed off, but because it's not meant for those who show up half-hearted. Silverton, Colorado isn't just a destination. It's a pilgrimage to something real, a place where freedom isn't bought, it's earned. The kind of freedom you feel when you leave behind comfort, trade your bed for a tent under the stars, swap Wi-Fi bars for snow tracks, and silence every notification just to hear the wind howl, the crack of distant avalanches, and your own heart pounding in awe. This is Silverton. This is off-grid living in its purest form.